Hi guys, Keith Arkenberg Farms. It is now, it's going to be the second week in November. Unseasonably warm. I'm out here in a short sleeve shirt. A little chilly. It's going to get 65 today, which is crazy. But I had a order I had to fill. Need 2 pounds of our salad mix, and I did not have it because we didn't get the order till Friday. I want to deliver it on Monday. Right now it's a weekend. So I went out and cut it in the field, and now I'm going to show you the basically quick and dirty way of doing what all this fancy stuff now replaces. So let me show you. So what I'm using here is just a regular harvest tote, and I harvested 2.5 pounds because I knew I need 2 pounds for this order. Filled it up with water, right about here, and then the easy way, see, I already got a bud coming up to the top right there. It's just gently massage it downwards. It does about the exact same thing that the bubbler will do. The bubbler just moves it up and stirs it. I'm just pushing it down to stir it. Also gives you opportunity to kind of see what your product's looking like. This is actually an all-star mix here. Turned out pretty good. Then you just need a strainer basket of some kind. You just transport it from one to the other. This is actually originally how we did all of our mix. I had a little bubble contraption that I could hook to the compressor and put down the bottom. It was just basically a piece of irrigation line with a couple holes drilled in it. I made a U and then brought it up to a valve for a compressor. Worked pretty good. But it's only really feasible if you're doing very small batches. Otherwise, you want to get at least a 50-gallon tank to work with. So it allows you to find the little stuff that you need to get rid of as well. There we go. Now from here, if you're doing it the easy way, let it drip dry. And originally, like I said, that's how we did it. We just let it all drip dry out, get it as dry as possible, and then we go over to our drying screen. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in a spinner because I have it. If you got a little small salad spinner, same thing, great to get the excess moisture off, but you can go directly to your screen too. So let's go over to the spinner. Again, the only reason I'm using the spinner is because I have it. Otherwise, I just let it drip dry or run it through a cheap little salad spinner or one of those little 5-gallon jobs. Give this, about 30 seconds. We don't need to get super dry because there's not much there. I'm not trying to get too much water out either. There we go. Just like that. From here, we'll take it over to the drying screen. Now, after either letting this drip dry or spinning it, we go to our drying screen. Get everything out. To where we have box fan up above. Now, I actually made this rack. Check it out, I've got a video on it. It's nice to see how it's put together. Pretty simple though. Just run it on medium until I start to see the beads of water start to disappear. It's also a good time to be able to pick through what's here and get anything out that shouldn't be. And as you move it around, turn that down. That's actually blowing this stuff away. It's a little light. The smaller little particles, like those on the leaf there, will actually start to fall through the screen to the floor, so they don't get mixed in with the mix. Now, warmer days, this goes a lot quicker. On cooler days like it is now, it takes a little bit longer. When it's really, really humid outside, it takes a really long time. But I mean, you can see the moisture on the surface right there. Flick it clean. That's kind of what we're looking for before we bag it up. We got to get a little bit of the excess moisture out, because I found if they go to market when it's hot, the bags actually start to steam themselves because they have too much moisture on the surface. When it's cooler, I don't think it particularly matters all that much. A lot of people aren't even using the drying screen. Now, if I was not to have spun it at all, I would definitely use a drying screen to really help knock off that extra surface moisture that's on the leaves. It just gives it a little bit longer shelf life, like I said, and makes it a little bit easier at market. So you can sell it after you get back from market. But basically just gently, gingerly picking it, and kind of fluffing and rolling it so we get the stuff from the bottom up to the top. This is why I harvested 1.5 pounds as well, or 2.5 pounds, to get 1 pound of lettuce, because I wanted to be sure to have enough to fill the order. I didn't want to come up short. Which it looks like I should be doing pretty good. So from here, I'm going to move over to the next spot, start bagging. Now, a lot of times I work directly from the drying screen, which is right here, and I'll set everything up in a U with the sink, the drying screen, and I'll slide this table over so it's basically in a U around me, so I don't have to walk anywhere the whole time. But I'm loading it into a tote right now because I want to actually show you the drying table as well. These totes actually drop into the table itself, so they're down at hand level. This right here is right about my belt line, which is a perfect height for me. It's actually a little tall for a lot of normal sized people because I'm 6'3", so I'm a little taller than most. But it seems to work out great. I mean, ideally you want to be working right out in front of you all day. So here's our bags. These are our 14-ounce bags. They are 5 by 4 by 21 gusseted bags from Uline. I've got my certified scale, and it's set on ounces. Our large bags originally were 1 pound, but because the price of everything went up, we just shortened the bag size and left them the same price. Few customers noticed, but most did not. Either way, it still is a large bag of lettuce by the time I'm done with it. Now, I don't do a whole lot of work in the pack house, mainly because I'm spending more time out getting stuff going in the field and getting the operations working smoothly. But these bags I have no problem packing. Our smaller 4 by 2 by 12 for the 4-ounce bags are smaller, and I have a hard time getting my hand in them. So 14.6. Try not to fuss too much. There, shake it down. Grab the top, give it a spin. Go through our taper, like that. Some of our labels. Check out the thermal label printer video for that. And bag it. So there's what the bag looks like. Big giant lettuce tubes. We also use label maker to put little sticky labels on it. We have a code. We go bed, plot, and then a date code. But pretty simple. Stick it on the bottom. Like that. That way we know what its lot is and when it was produced. A lot of times we'll stick them on a sticker here too. But that's it. Pretty simple. From there, finish up the other bag, put it in the walk-in. So, I'll show you that one more time. Looks like I might have a little bit more than 2 pounds in here I harvested. Which is fine. We'll have more stuff for next week. After you do quite a few of these bags, you really get the hang of how much is supposed to be in there. See, that was 10 without even going to the scales. Well, and 14. 14.7. There we are. Shake it down a little bit. And then the trick is keeping air in the bag. Grab it quick. Give it a spin. Do the sealer. I pinch it afterwards. Typically I lay them out over here. I'll lay out a whole bunch and then I'll go with the labels. Sticker label on. Date code. And again, I'll line up a whole bunch of bags across the table. I'll sticker them all and then I'll date code them all at the same time. That way I'm doing one process at a time. Continue to move through. But there is 2 big, lovely bags of lettuce ready to go out for delivery tomorrow. Now, since this is a relatively short video, I'm going to do some of the small bags. These are 4 by 2 by 12 gusseted bags, again from Uline. And these are the ones that are a little bit smaller, so it's a little bit harder for me to get my hand into. These ones we pack to 4 ounces. At the current time, we actually market these for $4 a bag. That's 3.7, which is pretty close, but I like to make sure that they get a little bit more than the 4 ounces. Dead on 4. Same thing like with the other bags. Shake it down a little bit. Hold it open. Give it a quick grab and twist so we've got air in it. One down. Now again, filling, trying not to break the leaves too badly, getting them into the bags. That's why you want to have a smaller leaf size for your salad mix. That's 4.2. Not really concerned with it. You want to get within weights and measures tolerance, you only have to be within 10%, which is 0.4 of an ounce off. So I can be 3.6 to 4.4 when I'm packing these bags out and not have to worry about them messing with me. Now I know some areas have laws about once it's in a sealed bag, it's processed. Our state kind of tries to do that, but the way I see it, I am not actually sealing my bag. Originally we used to use twist ties, so I could really argue that, but over the years we moved over to the taper, because all I'm doing is twisting off my bag and then I'm putting basically a plastic twist tie, which is tape, to hold the bag shut. This is not sealed. These will leak the air out if you stack them too heavily in a tote. And then when they get to market, they're all squished looking and don't look the most appealing in the world. So that's one thing, when you get them back out of the tote, you kind of fluff them up a little bit. Kind of bounce them around between your hands. Then let the air back in and just kind of spread the stuff around so it doesn't look like a little squished bag of lettuce. This process goes pretty quick once you get the hang of it. So I can probably get one more bag out of there. Usually try not to scrape the bottom of the barrel too hard, because that's where all of your little pieces go to. And you want them to have a nice consistent bag for each bag that you fill. Like say 3.7. Once you get the hang of it, you get pretty close to hitting the correct number almost every single time. When I do with the rest like that, I'll actually bag that for myself. And I'll go into the house. I'll use that first, and then if I run out and want more lettuce, then I'll go out and get more lettuce. One great thing about running a lettuce farm is that you always have lettuce. Oh, that was a little crooked. Try to be a little careful with the labels. And then, like on these, try to do them in the corner. Because I'm not using the whole table here, I'm kind of moving them back over. Typically, I'd have them spread all over the place over here, and I just blam, 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 blam. But just like that. And there's what we sell for our lettuce. Nice, beautiful bags. And I hope you all liked what you saw today and thought it was useful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank y'all. Have a good day.